Okay, so to make spring rolls, I've put my vegetables in the bowl here ready. So I've got bean sprouts, carrots and peppers. So they're very thinly sliced, the carrots and the peppers. You don't want them to be too big. And you can use a variety of different vegetables. You could even add finely diced chicken or pork or prawns, depending on what you like. To add a bit of extra flavour, I'm putting in a spoonful of soy sauce. I'm going to add a little bit of ground ginger, and you could also add garlic or chilli as well. So I'm just going to give that a mix around just to mix those flavours up. And then we need to get our spring roll wrappers. So these I bought from a local supermarket that sells Indian and Chinese food. If you can't get hold of those, you could use phyllo pastry, which is similar. So you start with your wrapper and place it in a diamond shape. And then we're going to take some of our prepared vegetables and just put them here in the bottom section. Don't be tempted to overfill them, otherwise you won't be able to roll up your wrapper. So that's about the right amount. So you start rolling, and you've got to make sure you keep this pastry really tightly tucked in, and you just roll really close together until you get about halfway. Then you're going to tuck in each side, and again pull it quite tight and tuck it in, and the same with the other side. Tuck that under and carry on rolling. Then when you get to the last point here where you've just got a triangle left, if you dip your fingers in a little bit of water and just wet that pastry and then keep rolling, that's going to seal that pastry and you've got your spring roll. So once your roll is wrapped up, you want to lightly grease your tray just so that they don't stick to the tray. Just brush that over. Pop your spring roll on the tray and then just give it a little brush with oil, because we're going to bake these in the oven. They could be fried, but we're going to go for the healthier option and bake them in the oven. So I'm just going to show you how to do one more very quickly. So you take your pastry, make sure it's in a diamond shape. Some of your filling onto the pastry, just in the bottom section. And as I say, don't be tempted to overfill, otherwise your vegetables will be bursting out of the wrapper. And then you start to roll, and you've got to do this as tightly as you possibly can. Just keep rolling. When you get to about halfway point, you're going to tuck in either end. So we've got one there and one there. And then continue rolling up, keeping it nice and tightly pulled together. When you've got your last little triangle, dip your fingers in some water. That's going to seal your pastry, and you've got your spring roll. So again, then you're going to brush with a little bit of oil. And then they're going to go in the oven to bake at 200 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes.